Right. I think already you guys have this 2D PDF file with you. So randomly we will select three. You may focus on the remaining two. Okay. Right. So this will be the initial interface of Creo. The initial interface, in fact, every software is an organized collection of tabs. Initially, you can see only two tabs. Now, at the start itself, you should know select your location where you can save through this select working directory. So you can navigate, for example, see, then go to users. Then here you can create a new folder on your name or your roll number. If you hit OK, if it already exists, it will come like this. Then if you say OK, then whatever the work you once you finish, if you say save, then it is going to be saved directly onto the onto that particular folder, into that particular folder. So I'm just coming back. I'm not interested to save. So what I'm doing is I am selecting a new file. So these are the various types and subtypes under a new file. So layout, sketch, part, assembly. Our complete focus is on sketch, part, assembly. But however, it is like going from 3D to 2D. Sometimes you will get confused. That's why what we will do is always we go with this default options. Whenever there is a change, I will let you know. Okay. So one, as this is a licensed software, one provision is here. At the start itself, you can give the name. Later, you can't change the name once you are done. Okay. After saving, you can't change your name. So I'm keeping this default only. I'm going with these at this moment. I will say okay. Once you say okay, then you can see three mutually perpendicular planes. Okay. So this is part model. Okay. Part modeling. So several tabs will be there. We'll try to explore. Then here, if we have to go from this 3D to 2D. Okay. So one shortcut you can write in order to pan the screen. You have to press and hold shift and middle button of the mouse, then move your mouse. Okay. Press and hold middle button of the mouse and shift, then move your mouse. So in order to get it back into the visible screen, you just need to give a click on refit option. So as you are already have some experience, and now I'm not going to explain the module wise. Directly we will try to finish the job. Okay. So wherever it is necessary for me to explain, at the time I will explain. Yes. So yes, in order to sketch something, first we have to select a plane. So you can select the planes by giving a click here, or you can see here under model tree, they are all separately defined. From here also you can select. Now I'm selecting front plane and I am giving a click on sketch. So once you give a click on sketch, then you will be going from 3D to 2D sketch, 3D modeling to 2D sketch. This is completely analogous to, overview is completely analogous to your simple Word document. Okay. So whatever, for example, a picture, if you select in Word document, then you will be falling into format. Okay. Similarly, if you are sketching here, then you will fall into sketching. If you are modeling, you will fall into modeling. Is that clear? Unless you complete your action, then you can't have access to other. Okay. That you please keep it in your mind. Now, please turn off the planes while sketching. They are of no use. They are simply construction planes. Now, this particular plane that we have selected is not aligned parallel to the visible screen. Here you can see simply I have dropped a circle. Oh, that's it. Huh? Okay. Here I have dropped a circle, but this is not appearing like a circle, isn't it? So the reason is here the plane is not aligned parallel to the visible screen, or it is not in a normal view to our particular viewing direction. Okay. So in order to achieve that, just give a click on sketch view so that it will remain parallel to the visible screen. Now, this is navigation. You can turn off the navigation. to accommodate more space for your drawing. Okay. Now you can see in Creo, if you drop the dimensions, if you drop the entities, for example, two entities you can see here. I didn't give any dimensions here. System itself will generate the dimensions. Okay. So these dimensions are called nothing but your weak dimensions. We are interested to convert as per our requirement, which means user defined dimensions are required. So that is called nothing but strong dimensioning. If you pick and drop the dimension, then if you enter, then it will fulfill, this action will fulfill that you have made the dimensions strong. Okay. Now coming to our job. So there are many submodules here. You can see sketching submodule, editing submodule, constraint submodule, dimension submodule. These are very important. Others we will make use of them frequently. I will explain. Whenever if you have to start sketching, then you should make use of this sketching submodule. Then if you have, once you draw, first step is to achieve the rough sketch. For example, as I have already provided you the sketches. What we have to do is I'm drawing the first model. Okay. Now you can see I have selected line command. Then simply give a left click. You don't need to drag anywhere. So I am pressing. I'm just holding this shift key. Then I have looked at the geometry. Approximately, you can drop the lines like shown in the figure. Okay. Yes. One more missing. Okay. Just a second. Select the line. Okay. Yes. Oh. My mistake. This one, no? Yes. Just drop that like this. Now, if you see, the number of construction lines are going to be same. For example, if you count 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Total 14 construction lines are there. You should have 14 construction lines. This completes your rough sketch. Okay. Now what we have to do is we should make use of your constraints of modules to get the perfect shape. For example, this line should be vertical. So that's why I have selected vertical command here. Then you please select this line. Then you select this line, select this line, this line. Okay. So all of them, I converted them into vertical lines. Now select horizontal. Now select this line, select this line, select this line, then select this line and this line. Already at the time of selecting a what you can say point, at that moment mistakenly I might have taken orthogonal. It's okay if you delete, it will also become horizontal. Okay, so like that you should have horizontal and vertical lines. One more constraint is you should have equal lines. Okay, with respect to the given job, we have to make certain lines equal. For example, this line length should be equals to this because given 10 and 10. Okay. Similarly, this also should become 10. Okay. So you see L1, L1. Now this also should become L1. So this also should become L1. Is that clear? So because all dimensions are lengths are 10 only. Right. Now we know that a 10 is not equals to 25. Okay. So that's why what I am doing is I have to give one more click here. Then I am going to select this line and this line. Okay. Now I will select one more time, then select this line and this line. Okay. Now similarly select this line and this line. You see, L4. Then any lines I am missing? Which two? Yes. Yes. So select this one and this one. So through this, you can achieve your perfect shape, right? Then the third step is to make use of this dimension submodule. One point here is, in order to select any command, just go there and give a simple left click. But in order to relieve the command, you need to press the middle button. You see, once you press the middle button, then it is going to change its color. I think you have seen that with the black and white just now, right? So this is all about what you can say, the second step, achieving the perfect shape. Now, third step is to pick and drop the dimensions. Now, for that, I am going to use this dimension submodule, especially this normal. I'm selecting this normal. Select this line entity, drop it here. Now, always try to refer whatever the given figure is there. You please have a look at it once. And likewise, you please drop the from top surface to this top edge line to this one. The value is given. One thing is, if you notice this line and this line, they are collinear, isn't it? So one more constraint we have missed. So that's why I'm making use of this constraint and selecting this and this. Is that clear now? Right. So this way you will get the perfect shape. Then you are supposed to drop the dimensions, right? So what is the third line? I think this distance is given as 10, right? Now this distance is given as this, then it, and this is given as some 25. Okay. Now you see, whatever the weak dimensions are there, they got disappeared. Is that clear? So this is just to pick and drop the dimension. That is the third step. Okay. Now what is the fourth step? Fourth step is to make use of this editing submodule, especially modify command. What you need to do is simply select the entire figure, including dimensions. Okay. Then you give a click on this modify command. Is that clear? Immediately you please turn off this regenerate. Otherwise, it will keep on regenerating. As you have already some hands-on experience. I mean, so please turn off this regenerate. Then once you give a click on this, then you can see this is highlighting. Now, what is this value? 100. Now, this value is 55. Then this value is how much? 10. Then this value 30. Then what is this value? 25. Okay. So regenerate on, say okay. So this completes your job. Say okay. Right now, for example, if I have to add hatching to this, okay. Now what you can do is, we understood the mistake. Right click, edit definition. Then you should give a click on this sketch setup. So here under that sketch tab, you can see placement and properties. Just give a click on properties. Check this box. If you are comfortable with the line spacing between the hatching lines to be 20, then you keep it. Otherwise, if you want to reduce to 10, you can see the angle is 45 here. Okay. So I'm saying okay. Say okay now, then you can see the reference here. Is it clear? Now, how to drop the dimensions is to go to annotate and show model annotations. Now you select this and you check all this. Say okay. So with a single no click, you can generate all the dimensions. Once the dimensions are generated, then you can place them wherever you want as per your requirement. Just select the dimension. Just move your mouse, cursor will appear. At that moment, you just place your dimensions. Is that clear? Shall we move on to next? Yes. Now, you don't need to close the entire file here. Just, you can make use of this close option here. Just give a click on close. It will take you to, again, this initial interface. Okay. So I'm selecting a new file again, right? Then keeping it on part, solid, say okay. turn on the planes. Now, if you select any plane and give a click on sketch, then you will be going from 3D to 2D. Please turn off the planes, sketch view. Now this time we'll try to make use of this simple mirror command here. Okay. So this mirror command is useful when we have objects which are maintaining some symmetry about specific axis. Okay. Now I assume that whatever the second figure is there, that is having symmetry about, let's say, y-axis. Okay. So my plan is going to be like this: line chain. I'm taking line chain, and I'm going to drop the line like this. Now one line should be like this, then this way. I'm just finishing in this manner. Is that clear? Right. Now what we have to do is we will not worry about these dimensions. Slowly they will disappear. We make them disappear. Now, whatever the vertical lines are there, you turn them vertical. Okay. Whatever the horizontal lines are there, you just turn them horizontal. This is vertical and this is horizontal. Right. Now, whatever the equal lines are there, these two, the thickness is equals to this. Okay. Anything else? As of now, nothing. Right. Now, we have to provide this fillet here, right? So you can make use of this fillet command here, circular fillet. Select this, select this. Now select this and this again. Is that clear? Now what we have to do is I am going to select this equal command. I will try to make this radius equals to this one. You see R1 and R1. Then again go to equal command, select equal, make this equals to this one. Is that clear? Now what we have to do is we have to go to our third step, nothing but pick and drop the dimensions. Now I am selecting this on dropping the dimension here, make this equals to this. I mean, drop the dimensions like this. Then from this total vertical length is also given. Then radius also I'm going to place. Okay. So all weak dimensions, you can see they should disappear. We should make them disappear. Then once this is over, then what we have to do is come out of the command, press the middle button, then select this entire figure, give a click on modify. Please turn off this regenerate. What is this value? 40. Then what is this value? 10. Then what is this value? 10. And actually we can make this also equals to this one. It is possible. Now here, what is this value? 60. Okay. What is this value? Okay. Now make this regenerate on, say okay. Yes. Now what we do, simply we will drop our center line here exactly on the y-axis. Now select this profile, give a click on mirror, select this reference. So this completes your job. Is that clear? Now there is a mistake. At the center, we are supposed to drop some square. Now sketch, edit definition, right click and edit definition. You will again come back to this sketch. Okay. Now what we have to do is, now this time what do is we will take the help of what you can say center line. Now you see middle, whatever the tracking is there, that we can take the help of it. At the middle point, you just drop somewhat like this. Now again here already there is some axis that you can make use of. Then simply take a center rectangle. Okay, this is again something new. I am just selecting center rectangle and dropping the dimension here. So here you can see again I can make use of L and L. Okay, which means a square. If you want to draw, then you can, at that moment you just give a click. So it will drop as a square. Then you just drop the dimension for this one. So already I think tracking of these 2 points. No, at that moment I might have selected. That's why already it is showing 20. So you can come back now, say okay. So this completes your job. Again, I am repeating. If you have to add hatching, then go to skid setup, properties, add cross hatching. Earlier we changed that to 10, but this time I am keeping it to 20 only, so that you can see the difference here. Okay, spacing is a little more here. Okay. Next. Shall we move on to next? Yes. So close this. Third one is very simple. Oh, okay. Please tell the silencer. Then, okay, third one is little easy. Okay, let's move on to fourth. What do you say? Right. So I'm selecting new, not giving a name to save time. Say okay. Now turn on the planes. Select one of the plane. Let's say front plane. I am selecting sketch view. Turn off the planes. So next job is to draw 2 concentric circles first, then provide some slots outside and inside. Okay. So simply what we have to do is we can go and select this center, but I want you to go through this. Now press and hold right button. Then you can see quickly you can select often used commands. So press and hold right button of your mouse. Then give a click on circle. Just drop 2 circles with origin as your reference. Now always give dimension to the smaller one. Okay. Now here what is given? Radius is given. By default, it is going to ask the diameter. It will generate diameter. So in order to say convert that to radius, select normal, select the circle entity, press the middle button of the mouse. Is that clear? Now again, select this circle, press the middle button. So like this, you can convert the dimensions, diameter into radius format. So here, what is the smaller circle radius? 25. So the bigger circle diameter is 45. So should enter 45. So it will regenerate. So what we have to do now is to drop what you can say 2 slots kind of thing, right? So what I can do is simply for this horizontal part, I am going to select this center rectangle. As I have reference, I am going to drop this one. Is that clear? Right. So what we can do is then we can go to delete segment. Okay, still it is not complete. Delete segment. Whatever the unwanted portion is there, that you please select. This is unwanted portion. You see red dots always not good for complete geometry. So in order to have a closed geometry, you can see 2 red dots here. So what I am doing here is, no, I forgot this. So delete segment, just delete this and delete this. Okay. Yes, some piece is there. Now I would like to utilize this opportunity to explore this corner command. Now select this entity and this entity. Whatever the extra piece there, that is going to be trimmed. Is that clear? So that is regarding divide option. Slowly we will cover all options. Okay, wherever. Which means here, if you see before deleting that simple piece, here you have 2 more entities or 3 more entities. So the result is going to be like sometimes this entire circle will go away. Okay, we should be little careful. Once you practice, then you will understand. Right. So this is one case. We don't need to worry about these dimensions. Later we can convert them into user defined dimensions. Okay. Now first let us complete the profile. What we have to do now is to place that cut here. Now what I am doing is I am selecting line command, simply coming here and dropping a line. I don't need to take any constraint here. So that's why I'm dropping this way. Just move your mouse a little bit like this. At the moment, it is not showing any constraint except horizontal. I'm selecting a point. Then I am dropping a vertical line again. Now here, what we can do is, we know that this is equals to this one. So I'm going to make use of this equal command, make this equals to this one. So automatically it will maintain the symmetry here. Is that clear? Or do you want me to repeat? So if I have to achieve, then simply whatever these equal lines are there, those I am selecting. So automatically it will achieve symmetry about y-axis. So press the middle button, come out of the command. To come out of the command. So whatever the unwanted portion is there, you need to delete. For example, I am deleting this and this. Okay. Now I have to repeat the same on the other side also, on the bottom side. So yes, I am going for mirror option. I'm just dropping the center line for as a reference here. Then I am going to select this profile. Then give a click on mirror. Select this mirror line reference. You can see it will appear here. So we have to delete the unwanted portion. Select this, come out of the command. Okay. So this way you can complete the profile. Now next thing is to drop the dimensions. Okay. Next thing is to drop the dimensions. So what is this 45? Oh, radius is 45. Okay. This way you can drag the dimensions and place wherever you want. Just pick the dimension, drag it and place it. Right. So what is the next step? Next step is to make use of your dimension commands, isn't it? Because we have to pick and drop as per our requirement. So I'm selecting normal command. From this edge to this edge, the horizontal distance is given. Then from this edge to this inner edge, the vertical length is given as something 65. You can see this line entity dimension is mentioned, and this line entity dimension is mentioned. Okay. So like that, we can pick and drop the dimensions. Now, once you pick and drop the dimension, then next step is to go to this modify command. Now this time I forgot to select all, but what I can do is I can select these one by one, regenerate off. Now what is this value? 12, right? Then what is this value? 65. Then what is this value? 65 again. Okay. So this value 12. I will say regenerate on. Okay. So this completes my job here. Okay. Say okay now. Again, I am repeating for you for the last time. Edit definition. Then sketch setup. Properties. Add hatching. Save. Hit OK. Is that clear? That shows the complete full sectioning of this particular part. If you consider that as a section of a particular part. Okay. So shall we move on to next one? Or you want me to practice? Leave for some practice. Okay. So I will finish this one also. Right. Fourth one. Fifth one. Okay. So I am selecting this. Say okay. Planes on. Then I am selecting one of the plane, front plane, sketch view. Turn off the planes. So here, first we should draw a rectangle of 80 by 80. I mean square of 80 by 80. So as this is convenient, I am going to take the center rectangle and I am going to draw. Simply as this is a simple geometry, simple profile, I'll make these two edges to have same length by making use of equal command. Come out of the command, press the middle button, drag. Now all the corners must be converted into fillets. So I'm selecting circular fillet, select this and this, select this and this, select this and this, select this and this. Okay. Now I can make use of equal command. Select this equal. Select that radius. Select this. Select this and this. So it is asking only one dimension. Earlier it asked 4. Right. So my suggestion is always complete the outer profile. Always. So that's why what I'm doing is the third step is going to pick and drop the dimensions from this top edge to this edge. The distance is this much. Okay. So as already we have made these two equal, then you don't need to give the dimension. But if you try to give, then okay. The reason may be here after converting radius, maybe there is a chance that you can have earlier they were not equal. Okay. Now they are equal. So drop the dimension. So 3 dimensions only. Right. So press the middle button. Select the dimensions. Modify. This regenerate. Now this dimension is 80. And this dimension is 80 again. Now what is this value? 15 is the radius. Okay. Turn on this regenerate. Say okay. So it will regenerate like this. Now simply we have to drop a circle here. So the circle of radius is given as how much? 20, yeah? Radius 10. Enter. Now we have to drop the pocketing slots here. Okay. So which consists of 2 tangent lines and 2 semicircles. Okay. But here there is a provision to make use of existing profiles. For example, if you give a click on a palette, you can see under palette profiles are there, then documents are there, shapes are there. Okay. So under that, if you give a click on shapes, under shapes, you can find racetrack, pick and drag this racetrack and place it here. Okay. So if it is enabled to place it exactly on the axis, you better place it because we are going to maintain the symmetry about y-axis. So we are placing like this. Close this. Let us vary the dimensions later. As of now, let us complete that palette option. Say okay. Do you want me to repeat? Right. So what we have to do is with respect to the given job, whatever the dimensions, referred dimensions are there, those you try to place. Now here the radius is mentioned. Now you try to drop the radius here, but it is saying already some dimension is existing. Diameter is given. So I am deleting that diameter now. Just delete that. Now next one. Yes, still a few more dimensions are there. Yes, how it is vertically placed from this to this center. The vertical distance should be 25. Okay, let it be. We will edit all the dimensions at once. Now, one more thing is the distance between the centers is given, but not the endpoints. Okay, so select normal, select this point and this point, press the middle button in between, but whatever the unwanted dimension is there, 29.68, that you delete. So this completes the third step. Now what we have to do is we have to select the modify command, select the dimensions one by one, uncheck this box. What is this value? 44. Then this value should be 25. Then yes, so here the radius should be changed to 6. Okay. Now you please turn on this regenerate. Say okay. Now you can repeat the same. You can go through the same palette procedure, or you can make use of your mirror command. If it is a complex shape, I'm dropping the. Then select this profile. Select mirror. Select the reference line. So this completes your job. Is that okay? So in order to show the dimensions, go to annotate and select this so that you can drop all the dimensions with a single click. Right? Later you can save your work. You can always navigate, but one thing here, it is not going to change the name. So you can navigate